Hi, and welcome to the Green Party Exposed, episode 10 of series 1. This is the final episode in this series, so obviously I'm going out with a bang with this series, so obviously bring you even more detail into each case. So obviously let's get started. So we've got the first case, which is Sabine Mary, Green Party candidate for Clapham Town ward in Lambeth, as she shared a video calling for the Hezbollah-linked truck ramming and pew-pewing at a Michigan synagogue and 100 children inside revenge for Israel, not anti-Semitism, as we can clearly understand she's not right in the head. Claims the attacker was pushed to the edge, which is clearly the wrong side to go at this. This is the party that preaches unity, obviously not. And obviously they've received the full information several days ago, but held off posting until it was fully verified. Obviously it's credit to the Andrew Gilligan of The Spectator, which is where I'm going to actually bring you the further details of it now. So if I bring that up on screen, obviously as you can now see, we've got that. So as you can see, but why is the Green candidate sharing anti-Semitic post? So it goes on to say the T attack was on the synagogue and was not an anti-Semitism, which it clearly was, but was a revenge for Israel unaliving people. According to the video promoted by the Green Party council candidate, which I clearly think she should be removed, but with the Green Party they won't because they love that sort of person. Sabine Mary, a Green candidate for Clapham Town ward in Lambeth, South London, posted the video by David Spavak, an American Jewish anti-Zionist, on her Facebook page last month. It's still there at the time of writing, so obviously clearly she's still that way and warped. So Mary was used by the Lambeth Green Party to launch its election manifesto this week, and it's quoted at the party press release. The video on her Facebook page is posted with the caption, "Ramming a synagogue isn't anti-Semitism, it's revenge." So obviously I think she's clearly warped and deranged upstairs, and the Greens obviously agree with this, so they are the pure party of hatred, and anyone that stands by them needs their head checking, the hard drives checking, and obviously we definitely know a fair few of them. And obviously so she cannot claim that she posted it without knowing what it says clearly. And obviously it goes on and on and on, and she even claims about the 710 attacks, and I just think she's an evil, vile person. So there's that one. And obviously it does also link on with the where he put it onto X as well. So obviously there's the two bits of evidence for that one. And then if we go on to the next one, which is Dr. Philip Brooks. He's a toxic Green candidate from Manor Park in Newcastle. He says it takes serious effort not to be a tiny bit anti-Semitic. I'm sorry, I'm not anti-Semitic at all, so it doesn't take serious effort at all. You could be a normal human being and not be anti-Semitic at all. So again, he's another deranged Green Party candidate. Where are they getting these people from? It shows no vetting at all. I think the Green Party needs collapsing and not being a party anymore, because it is the pure party of hate. He claims October 7th victims weren't innocent civilians and stolen land. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and shares Israel as the Nazi propaganda. The Greens are so full of hate. Correct. And then obviously I do again have more information on him. So again, I'll go back to the information I have on him, which is here, which is a source through the BBC. Obviously, it's the quickest one I could get. So obviously, Green Party candidates accused of anti-Semitic posts. Yes, no surprise here. So the Green Party candidates standing in next month's local elections in Newcastle, which from what I understand they don't have any chance of getting in, thank goodness. So the candidates Dr. Philip Brooks, Chandi Chopra, Mohammed Sulman are standing for seats in Newcastle City Council, but have been criticised for posts they've published on social media. A Labour Party source told the local Democracy Reporting Service the Green Party should urgently withdraw the support for these candidates and make it clear their views are abhorrent. But we know they clearly won't, because that's the type of thing that stands in this party. She does go on to say the posts were deleted, but even though posts have been deleted, they can still be seen. That's clear as day, because we'll still get access to them. Brooks is standing in the Manor Park ward. His account also published an image of the Israel flag being torn to reveal a Nazi flag, and in a post about the war in Gaza, and said it takes serious effort not to be a tiny bit anti-Semitic, as I mentioned earlier. On Mohammed Sulman's account, a TikTok video was posted which claimed the Jewish prisoner of war were willing to bury Soviet prisoners alive under the Nazi instruction during World War II. Again, all these things are fake news and not right, and it's just horrendous what they're willing to go through, and it just goes on and on and on. If I can put links to these stories in here, it's just pure vileness what they're getting away with. There's one more, obviously, I'm going to be going through into today's story, because obviously it's 3 I'm going through today. So obviously I will show you the last one. So if we minus that a second, as you can see, I've got her on screen now. This one is council. She's actually a council at the moment, a vile one. She's Zoe Marlowe. Starved her dog Lainey to a skeleton. Vets had no choice but to euthanize the suffering dog. She convicted on October 2025. Community order of £120. I think that was ridiculous. It should have been imprisonment. Plus a dog ban. Wow. Yet she's still a Manchester councillor. She should have been removed from council and banned from standing ever again. While the Greens lecture on animal welfare, they have no leg to stand on. And obviously the article is on the Manchester News, which is what I'm going to go to now for you. So this is the news story. As you can see, Manchester Council sentenced for causing unnecessary suffering for a dog, for a pet dog. But then for her, it wouldn't really be a pet, because she's the way she made it suffer. So the Manchester councillor caused unnecessary suffering to her pet before it had to be put to sleep, a local Democracy Reporting Service can reveal. So Zoe Marlowe pleaded to 1 count of causing unnecessary suffering to a protected animal. Her 15-year-old pet Lainey, while serving as a Green councillor representing part of Wythenshawe on October 16th. At Manchester Magistrates Court, Councillor Marlowe was sentenced to a 6-month community order. Again, I think that wasn't enough, as well as being ordered to pay a fine of just £120 and to undertake a 5 RAR rehabilitation activity requirement days. Wow. And it's just a joke, because obviously I don't think, and like banned from keeping a dog for a period of 5 years, that's it. I think she should have been forced to step down from being a councillor and a by-election called, because she's not fit to be a councillor. If you just look at her, she's a pure mess anyway. Would you trust her as your councillor, really? Let's be honest. So obviously there you might the 3 I'm doing. It's the end of this series for now. Obviously I will go back and revisit and do a series 2. Maybe later on down the line, because obviously we know there's going to be a lot more of these creeps from the Green Party out there. So obviously I know we'll have to expose a lot more, because obviously the Green Party will keep spilling them out. So obviously, yes, there will be a second, possibly even a third series, but we'll see how it goes. But again, thanks for watching. Please share these out as far and wide. We need to expose this Green Party for the vileness it really is. Thank you and goodbye.